Ikulobia prison. I want to reassure yourselves that the meeting went very well. Various communities in Anambra, the markets, the town unions, the churches, and others, and traditional institutions made a great point to them that we want these people removed, and removed immediately. And they've reassured that they will take up our message back to Abuja, and that these people will be removed very soon.
And that's answered prayers for the people of the southeast, especially Anambra State, who have at no time hidden their opposition to the transfer of some suspected Boko Haram detainees to the area. The governor promises his people that after the security meeting held with a 7-man delegation from the National Security Advisor, they have agreed to relocate the detainees. But this leaves us with this question of whether or not legal issues arises as a result of the movement of detainees from one state in Nigeria to another. I spoke to some legal practitioners and their opinion borders on the fact that the Federal High Court has one jurisdiction in Nigeria, which means an offense like terrorism can be tried in any federal court in Nigeria. Let's listen to what they had to say.
Well, the issue of Boko Haram, if they are charged under a state law, but terrorism is a national law. If they are charged to the Federal High Court, there is only one jurisdiction, one Federal High Court. There are divisions. But in the case of Abiola and FRN, they could be tried anywhere. So there's nothing so bad in charging them in Anambra State for offense of the national offense, offense under the federal law committed in any part of Nigeria. After all, the Bauchi or Adamawa State is still part of Nigeria. So there's nothing so special. There's nothing so bad in it. But if they had committed a crime under state laws, we talk of the territorial jurisdiction. But say if somebody has not committed a crime under the state law, you cannot, somebody who has committed a federal crime and is being charged before a federal high court could be tried anywhere. These things are just for administrative conveniences.
I think where the crime was committed should be the appropriate jurisdiction for this matter. Which is Borno or wherever they are arrested. I understand. I can see from reports that there's equally bomb blast in Kaduna. There is in Jos, recently. So I think in those places they should arrest them and then arraign them in that jurisdiction. Because actually, when the charges are framed, they are framed in relation to jurisdiction. So they will be tried in the jurisdiction where they were arrested. If you are arrested in Borno, you'll be tried. If you are arrested in Kaduna, so why move them to Anambra State and then create some more lapses? So that's what that's some of the areas I'm seeing some problems. Yes.
On the issue of movement of prisoners from one state to the other, the implication is that the federal government owns all the prisons, whereas those prisons are situated in the states. And most of the prisoners in each state is virtually tried in those states. And when they are convicted, they are placed in federal government prisons. And the federal government is taking care of those prisoners and not the states. So when you look at it from the point of view of our constitution, you will say that the federal government has a right to move any prisoner to any facility, because actually under the present constitution we practice, that is the 1999 constitution as amended, prisons falls within the exclusive list. And every prison in Nigeria belongs to the federal government. So, and if you look at it in a legalistic manner, you will say that the federal government has the right to put anybody in his or her own facility. But when you look at it from the moral point of view, that is why we've been talking about constitutional amendments. If we actually amend our constitution to practice true federalism, Every prison in every state is supposed to be under the state governor. And based on that, the federal government will not have a right to move one prisoner from one state to another state.
No, I think it's a norm across all over the world to move prisoners from one, location to the other, because it's for so many reasons. Some bordering on congestion and decongestion, some bordering on jurisdiction issues. So it's a norm.